Hi, everyone of the sign of Gemini. This is Zaida Velgara from Becoming I Am here with the reading for March 2026. I hope you enjoy it. So, for everybody that's new to this channel, I like astrology. I believe astrology has a lot to do with how the star cards are affected. So, that being said, I usually pick for the month 4 events of the month that are happening astrologically. I use oracle decks to give you some information regarding that, and then I do some tarot in the end. I hope you enjoy it. So starting off on March 3rd. March 3rd, we have a solar lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. That is a blood moon. And for some strange reason, it feels like, to me, something coming out that even you didn't know about that has been limiting you. Okay. And because of that, I'm going to be using my blind spot deck, and they have symbols and sigils that you can use in meditative practice. So I'm going to be holding it up for a while if you want to screenshot it, and you kind of work on the phrase that it's about, and then while you're looking at that, and then you meditate because you're trying to flush it out, especially during that new moon. I mean, full moon. Sorry. Oh, this one's interesting. It's number 13. I just got in my head, I see this other reader, and she was saying how 13 for her is a number of initiation. And I don't know why I saw that and I thought of that. Also, in the center, there's that circle with a circle in the inside. That's the symbol for the sun, but that can also be kind of like an eclipse. So that card means their goodness. Okay, I'm going to read the card for you, but this one's kind of funny. I think you're reading somebody wrong. Okay, it says, if you have drawn this sigil, you, or potentially they, but let's say you are not clearly seeing the goodness, capability, or excellence of the other person or people involved in a situation. You are currently only aware of the negatives and the potential negatives. As a result, you are making decisions and taking actions relative to that other person, those people, that will not end up benefiting them or you. I think you're reading somebody wrong. And to be honest, I feel like you're reading somebody wrong because of the fact that you've had previous experience with this individual. And you're kind of like, yeah, it's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting. Okay. I feel like during this eclipse, you'll be able to see that. Maybe you're reading them out, because right when I first pulled it, I was thinking more along the lines of their goodness, where you think this person is good or has the potential for good, and they're not as good as you think they are. So you know what? Since I'm very conflicted between what side of this coin this lands, let's find out. Yeah, let's see. I'll take out 3 cards for this person. Okay, just how they landed. These two came out together, one on top of the other. And it is the Chariot card with the Hangman. That, as soon as that came out, all I heard was hurry up and wait. And then the bottom is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yes, I feel very strongly like you don't want to initiate something with another person because you've been burned with this shit before, and you're like, And the cards are kind of saying, well, wow. And the bottom of the deck is the Death card. There is like a death here, like a big change, initiation. I feel like if you're not really sure what you should do, it's better to go in the cautious side, Gemini, instead of jumping the gun on something that is positive. Okay? there's a hurry up and wait energy here. And I feel like the new moon is kind of telling you, hurry up and wait. And you're scared to move forward on something. And it's saying that you're interpreting it wrong because you're thinking about all the the possible negative things that will be the outcome of this. But it looks like it'll be something positive. But I'm going to tell you personal experience in this one. I'm going to say has a lot to do with you personally. You're going to have to really meditate on this one. So I would meditate on that symbol so that you can get the clarity you need. But I have a tendency, based on my experience, to, if I'm conflicted between yes or no, I usually go on the safe side and say no. If I've had been burned with a situation before, if I've never experienced something ever, I don't know it from Adam. I've never experienced it, anything like it, any person like it, any event like it, or whatever. I don't go with my no. I go with my yes, because I can't say this is the reason why I'm saying no. So maybe that'll help you guys, Geminis. So I would say that whatever you're going to go towards, if it's a no, why is it a no? Is it because you have evidence to prove that this is a bad idea? Or is it because of fear? If it's a fear, then you should yes it. If it's not a fear and you actually have evidence, then you should really stick to your no and give it time. I hope that gives you some information to help you, because I feel like you're definitely on the no for this for a minute. All right, next thing, March 8th, Venus, Saturn, and Neptune all conjunct with that energy of Aries. That is your passion, your desire, your want, even the ones that you're not consciously aware of, because Aries is all about your masculine energy and your authority and who you are. Okay, so it's what your spirit says is a yes. Okay, linking with the discipline to get it done and the subconscious desire to get it done. I hope you understand what I'm talking about there. So let's see what this is all about. Maybe this one's going to be like, yeah, the no is going to turn into a yeah. I don't know. Definitely, though, it says that you're not reading something right. Woo! It fell in my lap. Love me, leave me, back and forth feelings. This is the same thing. I feel like by the 8th, you're still like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, good or bad, good or bad. Back and forth feelings, unstable affection. This is like, there's a part of you that really wants something, and then there's a part of you that's scared. And then the second one is only when convenient. Use for attention, emotional utility, no depth. Never really over. Lingering energy, soul tie, no closure. Okay, so let's go back to what I was telling you before about this situation where you're reading it wrong. And the way that I would say that for you to determine a yes or no is, have you experienced this before? Have you tried this before? Because I can tell you that February, March have been months of trying something that is outside your normal, right? Outside your routine way of executing a situation. Now that the energy of Aquarius is lined up with the energy of Mars, is this energy where you are looking for different ways to approach a problem, looking for different ways to channel your energy so that you can create something that you would like to see in your life. Okay. Why am I telling you about this? Because this energy where you're kind of not seeing the goodness of the potential, let's say you're not able to see the potential of a situation. I'm wondering if the reason you're not seeing the potential of a situation, it's because you're scared. And this is only for those people that don't have legitimate, detailed reasons why it's a no, right? This is not, I'm not talking to a person that has literally been burned by the situation before, or been burned by this person before, or had their ass handed to them in some situation. No, this is not for that person. This is for the person that has never done this before, has never explored this avenue before, has never gone out with this person before, etc. But you're like, no, I don't think I've experienced something similar before, and it's not going to be good. Similar is not the same, because what I'm seeing here with the energy of Venus is this energy where your desire, and this is why it was really important for me to mention this. Aries is the location of your divine masculine. So where is it located in your birth chart? That can give you more details, but Aries is the location of your divine masculine, and it's your true identity. And one of the things that the Great Reset did was kind of create this energy where you need to be authentically yourself. And that sometimes is against the person you have created up to now, because that is what everybody else wanted. You get me. And so this love me and leave me, where you're like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? Is about that same situation where you're like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And it's like, you're open to this scenario, whatever this should I, shouldn't I situation is. You're open to it when it conveniences you, when you feel safe, or when it saves your ass from something that you might potentially need saving ass from, but not all the time. But the thing is that there is like an energetic or a soul tie to whatever this is. Like it can be, and I want to say it's a person, but it doesn't feel like a person. It feels like a vocation. It feels like a hobby. It feels like something that draws your interest, right? That's what it feels like. Next thing, March 10th. March 10th is the energy where Jupiter finally goes direct. It's been in retrograde since November. So that energy was kind of like hurry up and wait. Kind of like, let's say you were investing time, energy, effort, applying for all kinds of places, going all and doing all kinds of shit, trying to move the car, but nothing is budging. You're just stuck, right? Well, when this goes direct, it's kind of breaking free from those chains and allowing you to move forward. So I'm going to see how this is affecting you. Look at that. I think you're not going to be able to avoid this thing that you're trying to avoid at the beginning of the month. So the next thing is el corazón, which is your heart. That's Venus and Aries. El oso, the bear. Your heart is going to go 100,000,000% in the direction that you're gonna want to go towards. It's kind of like that wishy-washy, stagnant energy. I'm not sure. That's leaving. You're not going to be able to hold this back. That reminds me of Mama Bear energy. There's some kind of protective force or something that is pulling you in this direction. Finality. Differences, divorce, breakup, not looking back. I feel like, I don't think it's divorce and breakup or whatever, but what I am feeling is you're tired of being stuck in the same shit for so long and fired up. And here's the Ace of Wands upright. It's like, I feel something is going to happen that is going to trigger you to want to go forward towards what it is that you feel wishy-washy about. And I'm not trying to desire any negative thing in your life, but I feel like on the 10th, around the energy of the 10th, this is just keep that in mind. It's just around the energy of the 10th in terms working out, begging, negotiating. And I feel like something is going to trigger your defenses. Because the bear, I can't stop looking at the bear, and she's like running and like really bad. And I feel, and it's the heart, right? And so it feels like something hits your heartstrings where you feel very protective of something, okay? And on the defensive. And because you're protective and on the defensive, and you don't want to be stuck in the same situation for this long, you just like, you're like, freak it. And you look at the terms and agreements, and you look at what it is that you definitely have to do, and you're like, I'm just doing this. I'm just signing these papers. I'm just going to do this. This is interesting because it's like, I feel like whatever it is that starts the beginning of the month, that you're kind of like, should I, shouldn't I, shouldn't I? Just by halfway through the month, you're like, F this, I'm doing it. Then we have March 26th. March 26th, moon is in Taurus, which brings back the full moon that we got on the 3rd. But this time it conjuncts, so it makes friends with Jupiter being direct that started on the 10th in Cancer. So it's kind of like whatever, and it's funny because I forgot. I mean, I'm going to repeat the same thing. Whatever got initiated, that should I stay or should I go? Should I do this? Should I not? Yes or no? I'm not sure. Yes, I am. Kind of thing from the beginning of the month. By the 26th, it feels like I'm ready. Let me just do this. Let me just do this. So let's see how that's going to affect you. Which one do I want to pull? This one. Now I'm getting that should I say or should I go now song in my head. Self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a self-worth. I think a part of you doesn't want to do this because you're scared that you're not strong enough to do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. Water works with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. And I think it's something that will heal some kind of deep-seated emotion that you've been stuck with. Shut up. I didn't even notice this. Some kind of deep-seated emotion that you've been stuck in for a long time. And then we got the one that says healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. So whatever this thing is, it's legit made to trigger a purification of some deep-seated emotions that I want to say is your Achilles heel, right? Whenever you get triggered, it knocks you down, or it makes you extremely abrasive, like the bear trying to protect something that is yours. So I wish I can tell you that it's a no, whatever this thing is, or I really don't like to tell people yes or no or maybe, because I think in the end of the day, this is your life. But this feels more like a yes than a no. And it feels like a thing. It doesn't feel like a person. Something you really have a desire to do. If I say there will be trouble, if I go, there will be double. Oh, look at this card flew out when I was shuffling. The Lovers. The Queen of Wands. It sticks here, but it's still Wands. Interesting because we see so much Wands on here. The Ten of Cups. The Fool card. The Seven of Coins. Oh. The Tower. And the Page of Sticks in reverse. The bottom of the deck is the King of Blades. The reason you're going to choose what you're going to choose, the reason you're going to choose to go forward with whatever it is that you're thinking about right now or whatever, I'm going to call it going forward because it feels like going forward when looking at all these cards, okay? Is for your family. Is for your loved ones. I feel like you have that energy of the Queen of Wands. In other words, you have a lot of fire, power, energy inside of you where you take charge and control of many things in your life, and you're deciding to do it because of that. And it's something that you think is a stupid move. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's funny. You're scared. That's the reason it's like, should I stay or should I go? But you think it's kind of stupid for you to do this, and it's going to require a lot of time and investment in you. And I think what makes you so scared is that it's going to break down some fundamental belief system that you have. And I feel like you're not ready to see the truth. It's like, I just got in my head that movie, I don't know what it's called, but where the guy goes, "You can't handle the truth." I'm getting that. But here with the King of Blades in the bottom, like the King of Swords in the bottom, that's literally, well, that could be Archangel Michael, but I'm feeling like this sense of policing authority that is inside your blood. And right after that is the the Queen of Cups, which is, and your intuition is telling you that it is a position of authority that you have to, like, I want to say, regulate things around you, but you're scared of it with the Nine of Wands. And that's why you want to cut it off with the Queen of Swords, because you don't want to face this devil. You want to block it with the Two of Blades. I think that whatever it is that you're thinking about, you are so scared to do, not because you don't think you can do it, just because you're afraid what it means about you and about the life that you're going to have to live because of the fact that you're living it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. You know how sometimes we pick careers, let's say in our lives, which tie us up to different things, which makes it impossible for us to have certain lifestyles. It feels like that. It's like, what are the terms and the conditions about this situation? If I walk into this, is it that I am going to be totally burning myself, burning myself by opening the door to this or not? I don't know. It's funny because the entire month feels like your mind is going to be preoccupied of, should I stay or should I go? Should I do this? Should I not? Is it good? Is it not? And I think your decision is already made. And your guides are going to provoke that decision to already be made by some kind of triggering event in which you feel like you need to protect your family, yourself, like mama bear energy. Well, I hope that helps you. And we'll see you the next time.